Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to share with you my dynamic calendar template available in Google Sheets. It's completely free to use. Just check out the link in the description for this video. So here's how the calendar template works. So it functions as a typical calendar. Obviously it's going to show me the dates for the current month, and it's automatically going to detect the current day, and it's going to highlight the day that I'm on. So I'm doing this video March 25th, and it's automatically going to adjust. Now, if you want to override this and you want to actually jump to a different month, you can select this cell and just type in a different value. Let's say April 2025, and it's going to update accordingly. So nothing's going to be highlighted because I'm on a different month, so nothing's highlighted in yellow to indicate that's the current day. I'm going to undo that, go back to March, and show you another thing we can set up here, and that's multiple calendars. Because right now there's space for 5 different entries in a specific day. So if you've got a lot of events, a lot of meetings that you want to keep track of, then obviously there's not going to be enough space to fit all that in. This is where having multiple calendars can really help. So by default, I've got all, which is going to include all your events. So if you don't have that many events that you want to keep track of or items, then you can use all, and it's going to show everything. Personal is only going to show up if you actually select personal as your calendar. Same thing for work. And you can add more. Let's say you invest in stocks, you want to track different companies when they report earnings. We could create another calendar called stocks. So just enter the value in here. That table is going to automatically expand. And now when I go in here, there's an option to select stocks. And over here, I can select all, personal, work, or stocks. Depending on my selection here, that's going to determine which events show up on here. So let's create some sample transactions here, or sample events here. So let's say for March 5th, 2025, let's say I have a mortgage payment and I want to keep track of that. And so you can see it automatically shows up on March 5th just because I've got all selected. So it's going to pull up all of my events or bills or whatever I want to track here. And so if I set this calendar, I can select personal, and I can also select the flags. So right now I've got different highlighting I can apply to this, black, blue, or red that I've set up. So let's say because it's an important deadline, I'm going to highlight it as a red. And so now it's going to be highlighted accordingly. So now if I were to change this view, so instead of all, I'm looking at, let's say, just work events, that's not going to show up because it's related to the personal calendar. So unless I've either selected all or personal, then it's not going to show up. Let's add another item, let's say for the same day, March 5th, 2025. And let's say we've got a meeting, and that is a work-related meeting, and I'll highlight that as blue. So now I don't see that yet because, again, I've got personal selected, so I'd have to switch either to work, now it shows up, or I can just select all, and now it shows both. I don't have to select the highlighting either. I can just delete this, and now it just shows up with that default white background in there. And let's say we wanted to track stock purchases, and when we wanted to, when companies have earnings, we could also do that with our stock calendar. So March 5th, again, let's say we made a stock purchase. So this can be useful if you want to create a log of when you bought a certain investment, when you sold it, select stocks. And so we've got that as well. Let's set that as a black highlighting, right? So we've got all those items listed on here. And again, depending on our selections, certain things are going to show up based on those different categories. What you can also do is set events in the future. For example, if I've got my mortgage payment all the time on the 5th of the month, I can say, let's say April 5th, 2025, I've got my mortgage payment again. So you could generate these in advance and still red, so I could easily just copy this multiple times if I wanted to. Now, obviously it's not going to show up because I'm looking at March, but let's say I change this to April 2025. Then as it does that, that's going to be updated. So I see that mortgage payment there on the 5th. So you can enter in dates well into the future, a year, several years, even several months, several weeks, however you want. You can set that up, recurring events or things that you want to keep track of in the future. And then when the time comes, when this calendar updates according to that month, you'll see it on there. So it's an easy way to track any sort of important events that you want to make sure you don't miss, and put them all in advance. You don't have to worry about populating this every month, you can just do one big entry, or, in terms of something like a recurring event like a mortgage payment, you could do a copy and paste and just change these values, these date values, and then you're going to have them well in advance and always entered in there, so you don't have to worry about forgetting to enter that information every month. So check out the calendar. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any feedback you have, positive or negative, let me know so I can make improvements. Other than that, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.